Hello everybody, Wild Tracker here, and welcome to another episode here, playing some modded Minecraft. Yes, we're back on our server, playing some Direwolf20 1.12 Minecraft. Having some fun. Hopefully you guys saw my last stream, or perhaps you've gone over to Twitch and seen a replay of it, and you would have seen we kind of played around with this area behind us, and I've done a little bit more off camera since then. So we kind of moved the coke oven and the blast furnace over here, and I've extended that a little bit, and I'm liking how this is looking. So we've got concrete on the floor, we've got this hempcrete, and this is not vanilla concrete, this is concrete using the slag. So yeah, that's going good. So we've got a little setup here, and we're just literally pulling out any of this into a singularity tank, and yeah, we've got our buckets, and we can make lots more wood because we're going to be using that. We've been making up some wood, and I've got this running, I think, as fast as I can do it, and you can see it's running there quite quick. And literally underneath I've put this advanced power cell, so it's collecting all the RF in there, and as you can see we've got 5.25 million RF at the moment, so that's pretty good, but that soon goes down when we use it. And I've got it plugged in with the smelting over there. So initially when I set this up, it obviously was not pulling that much, less than 40 RF, because they were using more to double the ores than this was generating, but now it still goes up even when I'm doing that. And I believe the maximum is about 88 RF per tick. Not sure if I'm pulling that, but I've set it up in the maximum way that should be doing that. And the way we do that is we have this little block here, which effectively means the water is going underneath. And I've moved it back in because I think when I initially set this up, I put the water was there. So now the water source is there, it flows all the way along here, and then flows underneath. And then let's see if we go through the side. Do I have? I don't. I was hoping I had a spade shovel thingy, one of those. Let's just go back here a couple more and into there maybe. Yeah, okay. And then you can see back here we've got some extra water, so we've got water sources along there flowing this way, and that's helping speed it up. And then again above here, in fact, let's see if we can go up and see that. Let's put that back in there, and there we've got another water source at the top, which actually allows it to go faster. So that would be behind here, I guess. Yeah, so you can see there's a water source here which sitting on a block, and that's pushing in this direction just by one single block sort of thing. So yeah, that all seems to work anyway, and it seems to be flowing quite quickly, and it certainly gives us enough RF for what we need at the moment, and looking good. So, but obviously it's not much RF in the terms of things. We're going to need to upgrade power quite a lot. But today I want to have a look at resources, see if we can actually get more resources. So one of the things I've been having a look at, I was having a chat with Original earlier actually, and I was saying to him about I want to automate obtaining ores, mining ore, should we see. So we've got our meat creeps and that sort of thing. So I was looking at, you know, what do we have in the terms of quarries, and there's a quantum quarry, but then there's these things here from RFtools, which are shape cards for quarrying, and they're actually, if we look at these, they're actually for a builder, not a quarry. Yeah, so we got this builder there, and the other option I did look at actually was some kind of mining block or stone. So you got things like the drills and that sort of thing. So I'm sure there are quarries or mines in here that can be used, but we are going to look at the builder. We are going to have a look and see how this works, because the builder effectively can build things. If we press on here, can quarry areas, pump liquids, move, copy, swap structures, collect ice. So it's actually quite a really nice tool for building, but we can use it for quarrying as well. So we've got one ender pearl, so we should be able to make this. We just need a little bit of iron, a little bit of lapis, and 2 gold nuggets. So 2 of those, 2 of those, a couple of those. Was that all we needed for that? Dun. Missing is 4 iron, not 2. There we go. I can't count, I know. And not one of those, So we've got the machine frame, then we need 4 bricks, 3 redstone, and an ender pearl. So 1, 2, 3. We should have an ender pearl in here. And do we have 4 bricks? We've got 3, but we should be able to have 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And make one of those. I can't count, obviously. Can we make one now? Boom! We've made one. So there's a builder. It's going to need RF, that's for sure. And it's going to need those quarry cards. So let's have a look at RFtools so we can see all the options available here. Now, where were they? Here we go. So we've got these different shape cards. So to make a quarry card, we essentially need this. Again, it's 4 redstone, 2 iron. We need a diamond, shovel, and pick. And we need one of those, which again is another 2 redstone, 2 bricks, iron, and paper. So let's gather all that. So we get some paper, some iron, some redstone, some bricks, and I can't remember beyond that. So let's have a look. So we should be able to make one of those. We can. And then we needed 5 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is fortunate. And we need some sticks. Got any sticks? No, but we can take 2 of those. Make that into sticks. And then we can make, it was one of those and one of those, I want to say. Let's have a look. Was I right? Boom! Shape card. Quarry. Excellent. Okay, so that's can do for quarrying. And there are silk quarrying, which needs a nether star, so we can't silk touch. Fortune, we need the gas tier. We could actually do the rest. The gas tier we don't have at the moment, so yeah, that's the thing. The rest we could do. So we're not going to be able to silk touch this stuff at the moment, or rather fortunate, which would be really nice. But if we can get ourselves a gas tier at some point, or maybe, you know, one of the other guys on here have got a gas tier they'd like to let us have, that'd be really cool. And yeah, Spitfire. Look at you. That's just silly. Sorry, had to be done. Let's get rid of that in there. Yeah, so let's put all the rest of this stuff back. So we've got our quarry. Let's go over to the mining dimension and see if we can get this set up. I've never played around with it before. This is going to be new to me. We do need to set up a power source for it. Let's just let this load, because I always end up bouncing back into the portal. Is it going to load? Yeah. We'll try. Let's see. Yes, there you go. I tried too early. Okay, so let's go up here. And this is our area. No mobs here, thankfully. There's a odd creeper over there, but that's absolutely fine. And a skeleton there. So what we need to do, if we bring up the map and we bring up caves, we can't see it. So I'm not quite sure how far we need to go along, because I don't really want to just do things that we've already done. So let's head in this direction. Which direction are we going? North? No, we're going east. That's okay. That shouldn't be near anybody's bases. And it should be far enough away from our mine that we've got downstairs that it should work. So let's place this down. Boom. Well, hey, achievement, builder. And then we can put that in there. And let's have a look. So I think we can redstone mode onto active, ignored, normal quarry. Can we show what it's doing? Support preview mode is maybe I need the power in there first because it's got no power in there. Okay, so let's get the power sorted out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some powerhouses. That's the plan. So we've seen the water mill I've got set We've already set that up. So what I'm going to do is basically set up powerhouses. So if we have a look in this bag here, I've got a few things. There we go. So what I want to do is we shall mark out the ground, and the way these powerhouses are going to work is we shall have an area, and we're going to completely seal these up, and I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so that's correct. And then we'll make them 3 wide, and then back along there like that. And then what we're going to do is actually build a second one right next door, like so. And then we're going to put the water wheels inside these. And the reason I'm doing them like this is because we need to use Kinetic Dynamos. So we're going to connect those up. So for example, if we go up here, I think 3 is where we need to do it, he says. Let's see, can I shimmy up here a minute? So if we stick them on this way, yeah, that's correct in there. And then we should be able to get this glass back. We can, because I put it in the smeltery and made Tinker's glass, so which is nice and clear. Looks really good, but you can break it without silk touch, which is what we really want here. So we've got that there. So the idea is that we can take these water wheels and we can put them one there, it says. Come on, connect. Am I going to have to go back one? I am. Connect. Connect. Please connect. 2, 3. Okay, so we've got 3 water wheels sitting in this sort of container. And we're going to build the glass walls up and then do exactly the same on this side. So we're going to put one there, one there, one there. So, and then I'm going to duplicate this, so that's the one at the moment, and then in theory we should be able to put down one of these power cells and stick it there, so any energy from both of these will go into this one power cell. We're then going to do exactly the same again with another power cell or another set of these, and then we're going to have 4 of these working for us, and then in theory we can stick this here and they'll wirelessly send energy to it. So that's the idea. And I did charge up this builder's wand to see if I can, where did it go? It's illuminating wand, builder's wand. So hopefully, yay, we can build our way up. Fantastic. Only does part of it. That's a shame, but it makes my life a little bit quicker. So yeah, let me get these built up. What we need to do as well is actually let's get some of this. I believe. Trying to think now. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a look and see how I've got them configured. Might be 2 at the back, so I've got to work out where I need to place the water. Basically, that's the bit I'll have to look and see how I've done it. But yeah, let me get these built up. I will get the water in place, and hopefully they will be then producing energy for me. So that'll be really cool. I don't want it to do that way. Right, okay, let's go up on here. Yeah, okay, let me get this finished anyway, guys, and then we shall come back. Yeah, it happened, guys. I died again. And it was a really stupid death. Evidently, and I did not know this, but if you take a bed to the mining world and put it down and sleep in it, it's just like the nether. It blows up. Oh gosh, I don't know. So yeah, I kind of died over in the mining world. Just because of that. I didn't know that the beds explode. So yeah, evidently any dimension that you're in, and I guess Twilight might be the same. I don't know. I've not tried it. There's no point sleeping in Twilight though, because Twilight is Twilight all the time. Yeah, so evidently in this world we can't sleep, so that's the thing. Okay, so and that's why I've built this little hut, because we can't sleep here. So I wanted something AFK-able that I could just sort of, when I'm here, I can come and hide in here whilst you know, otherwise I've been having to go back home to sleep all the time, which is a pain. But these guys are up and working, which is absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, I did destroy one of these in the process of dying, so that wasn't so good. But I've made some more, and these literally they're just hooked up. Power-wise, yeah, we're still not producing enough to do the quarrying. Whilst it does produce them quite quickly, it's just not keeping up. However, I'm not dishappy with it. I'm not unhappy with it. This works quite well though, so we've got 4 of these powering. They're on a separate power system to my other one. So you can see on here they are on link ID 9, not link ID 1. So that means that if we run out of power here, I'm not using my base power. So that's pretty good, even though this area is chunk loaded. Now you can see on here I'm currently mining at Y level 32. We've done 1 chunk of 49, but as you see it says not enough power. So it is constantly running out of power, but you can see it's going in and out really quick. So it's, you know, it's using the power as soon as it's going in essentially, and it could go quicker. But if you look at the speed of these coming in here, I'd say that's pretty good. It's still going through a chunk quite quickly. The only downside to this is it's coming in here quicker than these things can pull out. So I don't know if we can upgrade them, make them go faster or what have you. And I haven't quite worked out as well, because if we, so let's see, we're on Y level 31 of this. Let's just take this out. If we take this shape card out and have a look at it, you will see. And when it builds up, this is what we got it set for. So I've got it set for 100 blocks by 100, and basically going down 100 blocks. Now I've told it to void cobblestone, but it doesn't seem to. And I've even gone into Ore Dictionary, and it doesn't make any difference. And yeah, so just in case it was a different type of cobblestone, it just doesn't seem to be working, unfortunately. So if you guys know anything about that and know how we can do it, then let me know. But as you can see on here, when it's not working, when it's not being used, we're getting a good amount of power in there. That is, you know, it's a good amount of power. It's just not enough, and I'm not going to build more of these. And yes, we could do more power, but as I said, it's going quite quickly. These are the areas I marked out. So this was the first chunk it's actually done, was this one. It's just literally replaced everything with dirt, and then this is up to the edge of the next one, and then I guess this will be the next chunk that it actually wants to mine once it does it. But we've got a good load of stuff from those 1.5 chunks, I guess, because we're at level 31. Interesting to know what happens now. So that's going to go and do the whole chunk again, I guess. But it does have enough power at the moment. But as you can see, it's now... Oh no, that's still climbing, because I guess it's not actually mining any ores at the moment. So that's pretty good. So yeah, you can see on there, level 79, 80. It's not found anything to replace. So other than that dirt, sorry, the grass, and because it's finding dirt, it's obviously not replacing it. Although it does seem to pull normal dirt out. So that's quite interesting. Yeah, so there is a little bit of normal dirt in there, but okay, that's fine. But it shouldn't take too much longer to actually get to those levels again and go through it. But again, I might change it, because I don't know whether 100 by 100 is really good or not. I guess these are 16, 32. Well, it's going to go out. It's a fair size. I just don't know whether I want it to go out all the way out there before it then does this next chunk. So we might change that to say 64 by 64, because then at least that way, let's take it out now and do that. At least that way it doesn't kind of sort of go out too far. It goes out 4 chunks and then another 4 chunks, which should be quite good. And if we stick that in there and have a look at it. Oh right, that's all the way over there. That's no good. We want the offset closer to us than that. So can we offset it there? We can, but that's too high. But at least we can see where it's going to do this. So what we could do is use our illumination wand and just mark the edge of where it's going to actually do it. Yeah, so it's going to be 2 more chunks. Because what I'd want to do is I just want to sort of keep track of where this, you know, is actually mining and how far we need to actually look at it, and I guess we could then make sure that these chunks are always loaded at the same time as well. That would be quite handy for when we're actually away from it, but it certainly seems to be working okay anyway, so I'm really happy with that. If the chunks are loaded, it should give us resources without being here, so when we're just doing stuff in the overworld. And let's just have a look at our claimed chunks. So yeah, so I've kind of got those loaded, so I guess these we don't need to load, or that one, or that one, or that one. We probably need that one because it's in the thing. We probably don't need that one, and we kind of do need those. So let's just because they are chunks that we'll be using. But again, we know where these are going to be doing it, so it's easy enough to sort of claim all these chunks, and then we can kind of chunk load those first few. Can we chunk load more? There is a limit, I think, to how much we can chunk load. Yeah, so that's the maximum. So at least the first load of those are chunk loaded, and it shouldn't have any issues with it. But what we do need to do is, rather than have it offset like that, I think we need to have it offset. Let's have a look. Is it that one? Yeah. So that's the one. So it shows the area it's going to do in terms of the mining. So we'll flick that back on again, and then off it goes. It's got the grass. Cool. Okay. Well, that's going to carry on mining for us, and it's going to get us lots and lots of goodies. Well, I think I've got this tweaked now enough that I'm happy with it. If we look in here, you can see the stuff is disappearing as quickly as it's coming in, so we're not getting any backlogs anymore, which is absolutely awesome. There's a few things still left in here. The rest is going into these chests, and I've added void upgrades as well because I got to a situation where we had more than 512 iron and it kind of wouldn't go any further. And yeah, and also I've added one of these upgrades in there as well, but we haven't really got a lot of emeralds, although I do have a farmer that I've been getting them from, so that's kind of handy. But yeah, the most of the things are being stored in there. I think what we probably need to do in the future is perhaps send all this into an ender chest, one of the ones that can transfer. Well, they all transfer, don't they? But yeah, have a color-coded ender chest, have one at the other base, and then offload this directly into where I need it. Because at the moment, I mean, we're still on chunk 25. So this is 25 chunks, and you can see where it's got to, because where there's grass, it kind of knocks that down. So it's obviously on this last chunk here at the moment, working on this chunk, and when it's done, it'll start over here again. We've still got 4 more rows to go, so that's a lot of resources in just those few chunks, and it'll be easy enough then to swap it over into this section, and then even behind us and over there. So yeah, that's no problem. I think, you know, the amount of resources we need, this is certainly going to give us what we need at the moment. So I'm pretty happy with all that. 19 diamonds isn't a huge amount, but, you know, gold. But yeah, we've got everything else we need. We just need to send it back and auto smelt it now. I think that'll be really, really good. I upgraded these as well because that was part of the problem we had, was these servos. They were not doing it quick enough, basically. And if we actually look at servos, and let's just go in. He says, why did I not remove? Hello. No, let's try it there. I can't delete. I can't. I can type. There we go. Servo. Okay. So with the servo, the basic servo, if we hold shift, you can see it takes 3 seconds. And the maximum it'll take is 8. So the hardened servo takes only 2 seconds and takes 16, whereas the reinforced takes just 1 second and half a stack. And that seems to be doing the job pretty good. We didn't go any further than that because that required electrum, which we can make, because electrum is made from, let's have a look, gold and silver, so that's easy enough to make the electrum. The next one is actually the signalum. That one's a little bit harder because whilst we can make it in here, we actually need we need destabilized redstone, and destabilized redstone, we probably want to make a magma crucible to just take normal redstone into destabilized redstone. So yeah, we haven't got any of that essentially. We could use a centrifuge as well, centrifugal separator, but no, it needs a magma crucible. I didn't want to go to that trouble, and as it turns out, these are fast enough as they are, so that all seems to be working. Obviously power is still a thing, but as you can see, it's fast enough. As a passive ore generation, this costs us nothing in terms of other than the original resources to build it. It costs us nothing to keep going. There's nothing we have to add in there. There's nothing we have to add in here at all. This is all self-generating. So we now have literally self-generating mining system. And this is going to work round the clock because obviously it's in loaded chunks at the moment. So what will be interesting to see, because as you know, we loaded the chunks across here, so this next row will go no problem, and then the next 2 chunks. So once we get past 10 chunks though, it will be interesting. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, so 4, 8, 9, 10, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see, will it carry on once we get to these without the server being loaded? Is it only just this bit that's got to be loaded, the machine? Will it still take from the unloaded chunks? I don't know. I guess we will find out at some point. But that's going to do it for today, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget, if you can help me how I can void those stone and things like that, other than the way it's doing at the moment, because at the moment this will kind of work. It'll take it all and it'll void it once it gets to a certain level, which I guess is kind of good enough. But I can't understand why it's not working in the actual machine. So if you know the answer to that one, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you here next time playing some more Direwolf20 1.12 modded Minecraft. Don't forget to click like. Don't forget to lick the like. Don't forget to click the like button. That's easy for you to say. Join me on Discord as well, because that's probably the easiest place to chat and try and work things out over on the Discord server. And then you'll also find out when we're going live or things like that as well on Twitch. So yeah. We'll see you soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.